And why am I coughing? And we're
Wow,
live.
that's a start.
I don't know what it is, dude. Ever since I got like my last cold thing, like I just can't not cough. I don't know. It's weird. I don't specifically cough on purpose. It just happens. So all right. So we are playing Code Vein tonight, and apparently Artemis has jock itch over something.
Oh, yeah. So,
You said chafing. I couldn't resist.
yeah. Um, so I told you a couple nights ago, like how No Man's Sky had basically gone and added a roguelike
Right.
mode, right? Um, and so I've on top of having this new way of doing this expedition that they have going on, it takes so long to get from place to place. But I keep having moments where I'm heading to the place I need to, but then it'll switch my mission to something else that was in the galaxy that I was in, or the star system.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll be trying to travel to my next objective, and every time that you warp, you have to expend a consumable resource. You have to actually make your warp fuel, right? Well, then when the quest decides that it's just going to change or set itself to something else, it basically starts sending me back in the opposite direction from where I want to go. Meaning I'm
Okay.
expending warp fuel to go back to places I've already been.
Just tell me where we're going. It's
It's
unexplored
just like,
territory.
why is this a thing now? The tedium of having to remember to switch my objective is just getting to me.
Eh.
Anyway, I'm just gonna go until I use up the rest of the warp fuel I have, and then I'll save and jump over to Code Vein.
That's fine. I'm just doing I'm doing my latest depths mission.
Sounds good. That's a good thing to do for extra haze and extra items.
Got something we can use?
Ow. Oh no. Oh crap. I'm screwed.
Uh-oh.
I am utterly screwed. My ship has suddenly decided that it's going to be inside of the freighter that I just saved. So I have no idea how far back this is gonna send me.
Oops.
I had to reload and autosave before it killed me, or else it would have reset everything. That would have been really, really bad. Okay, let's see. How far back is this? Okay. This will actually be a good thing because it's before it started making me backtrack. So I can change my objective so that it doesn't make me use my fuel. Is this before I crafted my fuel?
All right. Greater thus dispersed. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay, yeah. This is before I crafted all of my fuel.
Make sure you're good and set before we go.
All right. First one done. We'll see how hard the boss is of this. I might grind out a couple of the proficiencies. Excuse me. Oh, that might have been smart to activate the starting missile before. Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't. It gives you the map and everything from the get-go, so I wouldn't say it's such a bad thing, but that is kind of funny.
These little goblin guys remind me of the, these little guys remind me of the goblins on Final Fantasy 14.
It's a nice thing to have around.
So it was kind of fun. I actually got to watch Nox stream a little bit earlier today.
Classic World of
wowage.
Warcraft.
A game you couldn't pay me enough to do.
I never played it.
You have to take whatever you can use.
I would say the only way I would ever play that game is if someone would literally pay my sub.
I don't think I'd even do it then. I would just tell them, save your money, or if you want to do it, just buy me the sub for Final Fantasy 14 instead.
It's so funny. Operator is so done with Final Fantasy 14. Like every time he talks about Final Fantasy 14, he's like, "I am so done. I am so done."
Why?
Oh, it's
Just burned out?
well, more nitpicky, hardcore MMO guy stuffs. They messed up tanking. They messed up this. They took everything fun out of it. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, they're trying to cater more to casuals.
Yeah, which I mean, you know.
The thing is, you could see this coming as soon as they went and made it so that Heavensward all the way through, or well, all the way through to Heavensward was free to play. They were trying to get as many people as they could, and that means that they are basically have to adjust to every single one of those people who are going to do it just as a free won't leave. So what do you have to do? Make the game really easy.
Well, but hold on.
Make them want to pay you money to keep playing it.
Oh shoot! I did a dumb thing. I hit the wrong button. Come on, Yakumo.
Still regenerate some. Be prepared.
Wow, this one is a really long one.
Oh yeah, they get longer and longer as you go along. What it ended up being, from what I remember, is that I would clear a path, go back to the missile, recharge. Go a path, clear it, go back to the missile, recharge. I remember doing that over and over with each of the dens, just because it was such a long process. But it was like, oh, okay, the enemies are challenging enough on each of these. I need to make sure I don't die.
Whew. Ooh, I got a vial of pure blood.
Those are nice to have.
Whew.
Miss again.
Sorry. Moving out.
Alright, I've gotten back to the point where I was where I accidentally used some of my fuel to go backwards.
Bring it anytime.
So, making progress. Also not getting stuck in a freaking ship.
Got something we can use? Don't mess with the best, right?
I have a friend who's been really into Final Fantasy XIV lately. I don't even remember why she even got started in it in the first place, but she's been playing it almost non-stop since she did.
Well, because it's like the way that I look at it is that Final Fantasy XIV literally took me well over a year of just kind of, you know, not like hardcore playing, but
Yeah,
like,
just working on it here and there, and I mean, here and there meaning that you had a dedicated stream to it and then we're playing it each night, but
yeah, but it was like an hour. It wasn't like
Yeah, it
5,
wasn't
6,
like-
7, 8 hour benders. And there was a lot of content to get through.
and you weren't
And-
even just doing weren't just doing the simple stuff either. You were going to doing the side quests and everything.
Well,
And there's plenty that had to be done.
Yeah, what I was attempting to do, the idea was I wanted to get through as much of the content that I could. And I knew I wasn't going to be good enough to do stuff like,
Coils. Wow, no, you did the coils.
no, I did all the raid stuff, but I did it all on standard difficulty, you know. I didn't do anything on like savage.
You didn't get extremes, yeah.
Right. I didn't do extremes, I didn't do savages, I didn't do all that stuff because I knew, okay, that stuff is for more hardcore MMO players. I'm not going to have enough time to sit and learn all this stuff. So I was like, okay, well, here's the plan.
I'm not operator.
Oh, right. Yeah. And I knew that there was no possible way that I was going to be able to, you know, take the time and have the patience this late at night, every night, to be able to learn those raids. So I was like, okay, well, if I at least get through pretty much all of the story content, that is going to be good enough for me. And that's pretty much what I did. I mean, and I wasn't, you know, that enthusiastic about grinding dungeon after dungeon after dungeon in order to find X piece of gear or min-max, you know, this character class, where it was more of like, okay, well, I want to enjoy my time here, but at the same time, I don't want to make this an MMO grindfest. And it got pretty close. It got pretty close to that, actually. Ow. It got relatively close to it legitimately being a grindfest. So that's kind of when I decided, well, you know what? I am just gonna call it, you know. Hold up. Let's see here.
All good.
Yeah. So I was just, my thought process was, well, okay, I've gotten through Endwalker. I will admit, most of the Endwalker storyline was not that good. Nock pretty much nailed it perfectly, where it starts off really good, then the bunnies appear, and then it doesn't pick up until like much later on in the story arc. So it was a little bit hard to get through the majority of it. But then at the same time, you know, there was enough other stuff to where I wasn't like super crazy bored.
You have to take whatever you can use.
So overall, I really did enjoy the entirety of the experience of Final Fantasy XIV.
Good use.
But it's kind of like, I'm kind of good for now. As much as I would love to join back in after watching anime like Log Horizon and stuff like that, it would be kind of fun to hop back into it. But oh crap, we got another invasion. I hate these kickbox fighters. Shoot, I am going the wrong way.
Okay.
Oh,
Please
boy.
do not go flying into the freaking bridge of the ship.
Whew. Okay. All right. I at least got back with everything intact. that was a hoot.
And get nerve-wracking.
Yeah. That was fun.
Reverse engineered advanced linearity warp. What?
That was a lot of words.
Yes, it was. It's apparently for my weapon that I use to do my mining and everything. It's for something called a neuroblaster, which I'd never even heard of before.
All right, we're gonna try Mia out as a partner.
make sure that when you change your partner, you change the ability on your hotbar that links you and your partner. There is a specific ability that they each give you, and you have to make sure you switch it, because the other ones can't use it.
Alright, let's see here.
I understand wanting to be cautious, but
Gotta be close.
I don't see what it is.
How many more jumps? 2. Finally! We're only 2 jumps away!
Alright, here we go. We're gonna try this again.
Ah, really?
Already starting much better.
I literally just went from one system where I battled to another system where I'm having to get into a battle.
All right. Woo. Woo-wee. That was a humdinger.
out of healing, huh?
2 left.
All right. Did I actually get through this area? Yay.
Take your pick. I'll follow.
Huh. A large chunk of this frigate that I just saved is missing.
What is that over there? You look pretty confident.
stuffs. Okay, what do we got over here?
Not mine.
Oh,
Everything all right?
nope.
Uh-oh.
We're good.
Got it back.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
There we go. Whoo.
Time to warp to the system where my objective is. Finally!
Finally.
Didn't think it was going to take me this long to get here, honestly.
It's okay. I've been not dying. I haven't died. I got close.
We'll put that to good
Did
use.
Yakumo have to save you? Or not Yakumo, Mia?
Yeah, Mia had to save me a couple times.
Okay. I have a pretty good idea of which planet it is I'm supposed to go to. But I'm going to go to my space station first so I can actually save.
All right. I don't think there's any gifts I can
Ooh,
legitimately
Indium.
get
That's
right
actually
now.
nice to have.
Oh, I can get this one.
Let's get that out of here.
Hmm. Wait a minute. Hasten. Oh, deft parry and warding mark. Deft parry. Warding mark. Okay. Deft parry and warding mark. What else do I need to... Flame weapon and savvy evasion. Let's see here. There you go. And then flame weapon. Alright. Oh, crap. Oh, yay.
Uh-oh.
Look like pushovers,
Yes, the butterfly.
Ooh, butterfly's fun. Now you get to see whether or not you can beat her on your own. Oh boy.
Oh, come on. One more hit. Why am I not getting one more hit? Oh! I needed one more hit. I literally needed one more hit.
You got you before you could get it?
Yeah.
Maybe we should try rethinking things. Thanks.
Had your companion gone down?
Yeah.
Ah. That's always the rough moment. It's like you'll feel like you're on such a roll, and then in that one moment they end up getting killed because they heal you or keep you alive or something, and then it's like, oh darn it. The planet I need to go to? No. Is that it? No. That one, no. Where's the planet I was going towards before I got attacked? There it is.
Is your regeneration level? Just a little more. Remember who I am?
Dang.
Yeah.
Got her?
Got her.
Nice.
Whew. Now that only did itty bitty stuffs on the stuffs. Alright.
I'm out of chromatic metal? Seriously? I guess I did use it all to make fuel to get here.
Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, Artemis, don't worry about joining me tonight.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna see if I can unlock any more of the abilities, the vestiges. Yep, I got a couple.
You should always get a new vestige out of the dens if you've been doing everything that's in there.
Yeah, I got like 4. So we'll
Well, they may be parts of a single whole.
No, I got 4 to unlock.
Oh, nice.
So we'll
Yeah,
just
that's not bad.
we'll just finish.
Lots of memories to go through.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't think I could have joined you in the dens anyway,
Yeah.
just in the new area. But hey, it's good to get the extra experience to get the levels up, because this next area is going to be a doozy. How are you out of fuel? Alright, where's the copper I've got? Because I know I have a ton.
I contacted someone at the shelter, but no one there matched the description.
Thank you for trying. Still, I wonder if maybe it's time for me to give up on wrong.
Listen, Davis. If that's what you've decided, if you really want to move on,
Yeah, so I tried to get into the I killed slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level.
Yeah, I saw you were watching that.
Yeah, about
just being
a quarter of the way through the season, it just turned straight into fan service material, and that's it.
Yep.
Like there's this
Yep.
there's this one where they're supposed to go to a to
so I have to investigate.
the witch is supposed to get this like kind of Nobel Peace Prize award thingy, and they're like, and the Bale, the Lord of the Flies, is a hot chick, and of course she has a flying airship, and of course the first place they go to are the baths. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Nope, I'm done. Nope. This is literally turning into nothing more than just a dumb, cheeky fan service, and there's no real meat to this plot.
Well, I can give you one that had me laughing fairly well, and definitely doesn't have anything like that in it. It's called "What If a Boy from the Last Dungeon Boonies Showed Up in a Starter Town."
Why are these show names so complicated?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I
It
did
really
watch Trigun Rumble in the Badlands today.
I have never watched Trigun.
Trigun is worth the watch. It is good fun, and it's on Crunchyroll. So it's very much so worth your time. It's one of my favorites from when I was younger.
Okay.
I have found
I'll have to check it out. I've been meaning to go back and watch a couple of those older ones. Like, I still need to watch through Cowboy Bebop as well.
And if you're gonna watch Cowboy Bebop, you also need to watch Outlaw Star. Because Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star came on Toonami at roughly the same time. And in my opinion, I actually liked Outlaw Star a little bit more than Cowboy Bebop, because Cowboy Bebop is more of a kind of a cerebral what the heck anime. And
Well, so the way that my friend always described it, and the way other people that I guess have speculated the same thing, is that they came up with a theme song, like, this theme song's awesome, let's design an anime around it.
well, do you know the real story behind it?
No. I don't know a lot about it.
So pretty much what happened was the lead and the guy, the creator of the show, essentially went to Bandai and he said, "Hey, I got an idea for this show. So then Bandai said, fantastic. Do you think we can sell any merchandise off of it? And he goes, why, yes. Ships. You can sell ships from my cartoon show. Okay, fantastic. So he created a Cowboy Bebop, which is not really a kid-friendly show. It's not. Teenagers, yes. Kids, no. Like, the first episode, the first scene, did you watch the live-action one at all?
No.
Okay, so the first scene, literally, is a gigantic shootout between a quasi-roided-up drug dealer.
I've watched the first episode of the original anime.
Yeah.
I know the premise. I know what's going on there. Yeah.
It's not kid-friendly, no.
No.
And there was another episode where everyone literally ate mushrooms and they all got totally messed up. So everyone's hallucinating on the ship. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fun ride. It's a fun ride. It's good. It's kind of...
That bit about them getting all mushroomed out and stuff, that did not happen.
What?
In the anime, they don't...
Oh, no. That's one of the later... That's one of the later episodes.
Oh, okay.
Not the first episode. No. That's one of the later episodes when you find an interesting character that comes on... An interesting hacker character that comes on board.
Okay.
So, no, it's well worth the watch. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it was more pitched like it was going to be a kid show. It's very bizarre. But Outlaw Star has kind of a much better overall storyline, whereas Cowboy Bebop is more of just kind of your revenge porn kind of anime. But it's got a lot more of a one-off episode vibe to it. So it's got a lot of more one-off episodes, but then there's an underlying kind of premise that you get, and then about 3/4 of the way through the season, or through the show, that's when it really starts picking up. Like, I legitimately cannot remember the final parts of the show. It's just, I literally watched this thing in high school. So, it's been over 20 years since I watched this. So, but it's really worth it. But I just remembered liking Outlaw Star more. I think I just like the premise. I like the spaceships. I like the ship combat. I kind of like the whole package more than Bebop. But Bebop is definitely worth the watch just because it's such an iconic anime. It's like watching Akira. You need to watch Akira at least once if you at all enjoy anime, because Akira legitimately was the anime that brought anime to America, like, and made it quasi-mainstream. And I remember reading the whole manga when I was younger and watching the whole movie, and it's good. Another one that I can recommend is a show called Blue Seed. This one, how did I watch this one? It wasn't, I don't think it was on Toonami. I watched it somewhere else. Like, I can't remember, but it's kind of like, oh, what is it like? Oh, it's kind of like quasi anti-hero boy and good girl team up together. So it is pretty good. So let me think. So another interesting one, if you're a fan of Kiefer Sutherland, he actually did an anime back in the 90s called Armitage 13. And he's pretty much he's a cop in the show, and Armitage is like a I know and she's a cyborg chick that's turned into a cop, and Kiefer Sutherland's character is her partner. So yeah, it's a pretty good watch. It's also a movie, so you know it's a movie. but it's actually pretty good. The premise is that it's a really good cyberpunk anime. So cyborgs and humans living together. Cyborgs pretty much do the work. Humans kind of order them around. Cyborgs gain sentience, take out revenge on humans, and then Armitage and Kiefer Sutherland, Cop Boy, go around and save the day. So it's a pretty good watch. And then there was another one I remember. Like, I first really got into anime back in, I want to say it was 94 or 95, because I was on the National Scout Jamboree, and we did a whole, so it was in Virginia, so we spent 3 weeks on this trip. So first week was touring historic sites like Gettysburg, Philadelphia, and a couple, not, actually, no, we didn't go to Philadelphia. It was like Gettysburg and a bunch of other, you know, Virginia historical sites, Washington's house, stuff like that. And then the whole second week was the National Scout Jamboree. And then the third week was like the DC Mall, lots more of the fun stuff. And I remember one of the weeks, they had Sci-Fi Channel in the room, and then I found out that they were showing an anime marathon every night. Just so happens the movie started whenever we got back to the hotel. So me and my roommate, we would just sit and watch the anime show every night. And I was like, dude, this is cool. It's like cartoons, but they're like violent and crap. So it was fun. Let's see here. All right, I got 2 more. One of the ones I remember, because I remember watching Armitage 13, and then I remember watching another one called Green Ninja Rand, I think is the name of it. But what I remember from it, I don't remember too much, but what I remember was essentially it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic desert world. So everyone lives on these little settlements, and oil actually like legitimately flows in the streets. That's just kind of the way this world is set up. So what's funny is at the very beginning of the movie, there's this river of oil flowing through the town, and then it catches on fire for some odd reason, and then someone goes, "Oh, it's on fire." This old man goes, "Oh, bleep, here we go again." Essentially, it was like that line from San Andreas, except they did it like literally a decade and a half earlier.
What is this trying to have me make?
Let me think. What are some other good ones I watched as a kid? I used to watch a lot of anime as a kid. One of the ones I really enjoyed, although you have to be very careful how you watch it, is the Tenchi Muyo series.
Never even heard of that one.
So, Tenchi Muyo is like legitimately one of the first harem animes. So, you kind of have this guy, his name is Tenchi. And then you have like this princess character. You have a demon, well, a interstellar demon character. You have princess character's little sister. And then, was it 1 or 2 hot chick cops? Interstellar hot chick cops.
Anyway, I was hoping you would give me a hand.
So essentially it's him fulfilling his destiny as this interstellar prince of light, blah blah blah. But so they came out with Tenchi Muyo, Tenchi Universe, which is like a weird reboot of Tenchi Muyo, except it came out like maybe 1 season afterward. I never really understood what the heck happened, but it kind of retreads territory. I think it's more of like the anime version versus the more true to the manga version. I don't know. But then they came out with Tenchi in Tokyo, which that was the first time I ever straight up cried at a freaking anime cartoon, because I was so it's one of those where you're rooting for a certain girl to get with Tenchi, but then this other chick winds up getting with Tenchi, and then she winds up being like shocker, not very good girl. And yeah, no, it was interesting. But the only problem with the show is you need to find it edited, because there is a lot of bathhouse scenes in it. A lot of the dialogue takes place in the family bathhouse, and the ladies are well endowed. I didn't realize this until much later in life, that they weren't all wearing swimsuits like they showed them in Toonami. They actually legitimately put swimsuits on all the girls when they're supposed to be naked in the bath. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's they're all naked. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, a couple other ones that are fun to watch is Kill la Kill.
That one I've watched, I think.
Yeah. Kill la Kill's a good time. That's a good time. Pretty much after watching Kill la Kill, when I saw Promare out in the theater, I'm just like, I have to go watch this. Have you seen Promare?
That one, no.
It's worth a watch. It's good. It's weird. It is weird and absolutely like psycho over the top. But then I remembered, this is Trigger Anime Studios. They are known for going all out crazy. What was fun?
You're gonna have to send me a DM with all of these.
Yeah, I'll send you a DM with them. But what was awesome though was I took my visiting, not home teacher anymore. I always forget what that term is called now. What's the term in the church for home teacher now? I always forget it.
Minister.
Yeah, ministering person. So I took him and I said, hey, because I thought he was an anime guy, and I was like, hey, there's this anime that's out in the theater for one night only, and I really, really want to watch it, and I figured you would be game. He goes, I don't really watch anime, but hey, if you want to go, I'll go with you. So then we're watching it, and it just gets more ridiculous as the anime goes on, and I'm looking at him, he goes, I mean, why not? So Trigger Studios, they're the same ones that did Kill la Kill. They also did Little Witch Academia, which that's a fun little show.
That was a good one.
That's a fun little romp. But they also did, I don't know if you've seen those kind of new anime Star Wars ones.
Legends or Visions.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. The one about the twins.
Ah, okay, yeah.
That's Trigger Studios.
Now that you say that, that totally makes sense.
Uh-huh. They are known for going absolute berserk ridiculous. Because they're just like, and he's flying in space on an X-Wing, and he slices a ship in half. And then her clothes rip off, because anime. Okay. That's Mother's Basement. If you want something just to listen to while you're doing stuff, Mother's Basement is pretty good. He's this Canadian guy, and he does all these anime reviews. He's pretty funny. He's pretty dang funny. I mean, yeah, he'll talk, he'll be a little vulgar at times, but he's very, very funny and very on the nose and to the point about lots of different things in anime. It's worth a listen to. He just put out his hottest spring trash anime of 2022. Where essentially he goes through, he watches like every anime that comes out, and he puts together these lists of like what are the absolute biggest dirtbag animes and just the worst ones. And he rates everything based on dumpster fires. It's good fun. Good fun.
Yakima,
Yeah, I'm trying to go through and remember all the different stuff that I
I never did like you bastard.
watched. The first one I really got into that I actually watched through was
I always
Full Metal
wanted to be
Alchemist.
like you.
Uh-huh.
Life may have been miserable, but I wanted to be able to stand straight,
What else?
stare back at the world with your bright eyes. You know,
It's hard to remember the ones that I watched when younger.
risking your life for a friend.
Pretty much, I just have to remember whatever the rotations were on Toonami.
Yeah, we didn't have Toonami. For me,
Blessed
it was
Toonami.
basically just public TV and everything. So my experience with most anime came from being part of an anime club at high school.
Ah.
But they kind of, I mean, that was where I was first introduced to the Full Metal Alchemist. And I ended up also seeing, what was it?
I'm going to
Man, I can't even remember.
Thanks. I don't know if I've said this before, but it's really good being here with you.
Full Metal Alchemist was really the one I
Keep supporting you however I can.
hell hog got into. Other than that, it was watching all of the stuff that was on Fox Kids and the WB Kids at the time and
Yeah,
on public TV, and so
which
it was
really
basically
wasn't much.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon.
Yeah, I watched about one season. No, I watched a couple seasons of Pokemon. I remember when the first episode of Pokemon came out. Like, the first season. So, I've very much so, like, I watched all the beginning ones. I watched a little bit of Digimon. I never really got into it that much. Let's see here. Okay, so I've already drained all of those now. Full Metal Alchemist, I didn't get to watch that until I was in college.
Yeah, I never
And-
finished through it until after my mission because they were doing. Actually, did I watch through the original? I think I'd watched through the original, but they hadn't. They were in the middle of Brotherhood when I went on my mission,
Right.
so I didn't get to finish Brotherhood until I came back.
When did you go on your mission?
2010.
Oh, wow. I literally got married in 2010. Yeah, so Brotherhood. Wait a minute. No, I remember, when did I watch Brotherhood? I think I watched it as a grad student. Yeah, I think I watched it as a grad student. Ooh. Ooh, that's not bad. All right. Oh, there's my two-handed sword.
Oh,
That's
dang
right.
it. I didn't want to take off.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah. The man, I feel like there was a huge gap in like the times when I was watching him. I remember watching as a kid Card Captor.
Oh, my daughter is freaking addicted to Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh
That
my
doesn't
gosh.
surprise me.
Oh my gosh. My 6-year-old, she loves the Cardcaptor Sakura. She will watch that all the time if I let her. So, right now she's addicted to that. She actually really likes Legends of Korra.
That's also a good one.
I actually haven't seen it.
It's
I
not
never,
as good as the original Avatar.
yeah,
but-
I never truly got into Avatar. That was a little bit past my time, and it just never appealed to me. I mean, I've actually watched the live action movie. I didn't think it was.
Ew.
I didn't think it was that bad for what for being an anime adaptation. My expectations were pretty low, and they actually kind of met the expectations.
I never actually watched the entire thing of the live action, but having watched the original and seen what I have of the other, I just
Like I said,
I wish that
I
M.
had
Night Shyamalan
very-
had never even come close to touching that.
oh, yeah. Then you don't know anything about the Dragon Ball one, do you?
Oh, I know about the Dragon Ball one. I haven't seen anything of it, but I
Oh,
know of it.
Mother's
I do know.
basement review of it is hilarious. It is so good. If you want something that you're just going to laugh at, that's a good one to watch.
Honest Trailers does a great job of bashing it too.
Oh yeah, it's just like
It's
how
not-
did
It's
they?
one of those things where it's just like, why?
Well,
This
it's like
was never-
at least Mortal Kombat 1.
Those were the first steps where it was just like, okay, we're seeing live action animes. Like, maybe this isn't a good thing to do. Maybe live action anime shouldn't be done.
Well, here's the
And
thing though.
More and more, it gets proven that it shouldn't.
The first Mortal Kombat was actually not bad.
But would you call Mortal Kombat a live action anime adaptation?
Well, yeah, it's like a video game adaptation.
The video game adaptation, and at the time, I mean,
Like,
take
okay.
the source material.
Well,
Mortal Kombat used live action sprites.
yeah.
So it's actually not that beyond the realm of possibility to even think, oh, well, that actually really fits the bill.
Well, I mean, you look
Is it
at
literally
stuff.
just more of the-
You look at stuff like Ninja Turtles. So when Ninja Turtles went to live action, they casted it very well.
It was amazing.
It
But
was
they
the cast
also take-
that pulled the movie through.
The other piece to that is Jim Henson
Yes.
freaking designed a rig for those faces that went above and beyond anything that could have been imagined.
Oh yeah.
At the
No,
time.
it was done. That is a masterclass of how to take an animated show and turn it into a movie. And then you have like Dragon Ball, where they could have had a lot of fun with it, but it's like the script writers and the scenario designers had never watched. They heard it from a guy who barely knows Japanese, listen to someone in Japanese describe Dragon Ball. Like that's the only way I can think of the premise that they came up with for the movie. It's just like, what are you doing? Why don't you just, I don't know, use the source material and OVA that sucker. Use an OVA style plot, condense it down, instead of trying to westernize it for Western audiences who all know Dragon Ball. This isn't like, at the point it was made, it's not like, oh, hey, this is some crazy, weird Japan thing that nobody knows about. It's like, what are you doing? You can't do that. So, yep.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a hit, or it was a shot and a miss, and way worse. Like
well, it's
it
like
should
for
never have
instance,
existed.
with Cowboy Bebop. I actually thought the live-action Cowboy Bebop was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good.
Agreed. He
Yeah.
actually thought it was pretty cool too.
I thought it was pretty good. The only issue that I have is the focus on one of the villains. Because I don't remember that villain being so prominent in the anime. And I feel like it kind of completely threw off the dynamic of the show, because they were focusing so much on these syndicate crime rings. And I felt like they focused way too much on that, and not enough of them going to random planets and getting involved in all sorts of bounty shenanigans. Because
Which was the whole point.
yeah, the whole point of the show was them going to all these places, getting into all these crazy situations over bounties, and then it usually blowing up in their face in the end. But like I said, about 3/4 of the way through the show, you finally started getting into the real meat of the overarching plot line of the story, Whereas the live action, they tried to hurry things along so much you couldn't just enjoy the atmospheres that they were able to take you to. So it's kind of like my thing with Cyberpunk. It's just like you got to do Cyberpunk right. If you're going full Cyberpunk, you can't just do it. Oh, well, yeah, we got some cyborgs in it and meh. Where like Cowboy Bebop had, I mean, it had the jazz flair of the whole Bebop thing, but some of the characters went flat. One of the main girl, Faye, they threw her in a lesbian love scene in the middle of the thing just for literally no reason. There's literally no reason for it, but I mean, it makes sense because in the live action, she totally lost her memories, so she's just like, well, why not give this a shot? Which, okay, I can understand that, but at the same time, was that really that necessary? No, it wasn't. Just total pander, but meh. Oh well. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. We are done for the night. So, yeah, sorry for the late start. Like I said, my wife got home late from Young Women's, and I wasn't able to do much tonight. I will be up early tomorrow morning playing some more Final Fantasy 1. We are going to be raiding the Sky Temple, and we are going to be facing off against Tiamat and potentially the War Mech. So I am going to battle War Mech and probably get roasted. So, anyway, thank you, Artemis, for hanging out with chat tonight.
Of course.
And until later, my friends, good night, Isaiah Norris. Wherever you are.
You are.
Good night, everyone. Good night.